Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation on Zenet. Let's start with the original Senet game. This ancient game was played by the Egyptians over 3,000 years ago, and was believed to have been a reflection of their beliefs about the afterlife. It was a game of chance and strategy, played on a board with 30 squares, and involved moving pieces from one end of the board to the other. Now let's talk about Zenet, the modern version of Senet that we developed. Zenet preserves the key features of the original game, while also adding new features to make it more engaging and interesting. We also incorporated a Zero Knowledge Proof system to enhance the game's security and privacy. Regarding the data structures, we are using 32-bit unsigned integers to represent the board game. We have two integers, one called cell state and the other one cell occupant, which together represent any piece on the board. We are using two types of records, one called board, which includes the state of the board, and another one called invisible pieces, which keeps track of those pieces that are invisible and only owner can see. Regarding transitions, we have two transitions, one called new, which creates the initial board and two invisible pieces, one for each player, and a move transition, which consumes a board record and an invisible pieces record and produces another updated board record and an updated invisible pieces for the current player. This is the records and transitions diagram, where you can see that the ownership of the board keeps going from one player to the other one, while the invisible pieces records always belong to the same player. Now let's see a sample gameplay. First, we initialize the players, giving each player a name and a unique identifier. Then, player 1 creates a new board, executing the new function or transition. And this new transition outputs three records, a board record and two invisible pieces records. Then, player 1 makes their first move. Let's suppose that they roll a 3 on the dice and wishes to move the game piece from cell 9 to cell 12. This is the resulting board after the move is executed. Then, player 2 makes their first move. They throw a 2 on the dice. They are gonna interchange their pieces, the piece from player 1 with a piece from player 2, and here's the resulting game board. Next, player 1 moves again. They throw a 2 on the dice and move their piece from position 7 to position 9. Then, player 2 makes an invalid move. This move is invalid because those two pieces from player 1 on tiles 9 and 10 are protected pieces because they are adjacent to one another. So this invalid move fails to execute and returns an error. Then player 2 amends the move and decides to move the piece that is on tile number 12 to tile number 15. However, this tile number 15 is a special tile, and all pieces that land here become invisible. So after this, player 1 moves their piece from tile number 10 to tile number 15 and also become invisible. So right now there are two pieces on the same tile, number 15. And finally, player 1 moves again, throws a 3 in the dice, and move the invisible piece to tile number 18. Now, regarding the frontend, we used Unity to create an immersive 3D scene where players can interact with the game board and its pieces. The scene included animations and other visual effects that add to the game's overall appeal.